This is one of the biggest church sales that I go to every year. This is called Andy's Attic. They have tents set up outside, and then around the corner is a gymnasium, and that is full of clothing and furniture. Thankfully, they put the beauty stuff in the exact same spot every single year. Those magnets are by Amway, and whenever you see anything that is magnetic health, you should always look it up, and if it's cheap enough, just buy it, especially if it's Amway or if it's by Nikon. I did grab that perfume. It's like a cheap Avon perfume. It won't sell for very much, but it was priced really cheap. You can tell by my hand movements, I'm a little overwhelmed. There are so many products on this small little table. Now I did grab this perfume and it's a bust. I ended up just donating it. It's a Paris Hilton perfume. I totally forgot to look it up. I put it in my bag and I just totally forget that it's in there. And when I go to check out, I just pay for it. I do buy these two Monet products. Both of them are brand new and sealed. And I am recording with my Meta Ray-Ban sunglasses, so I'm able to show you guys how I look things up. And right here I am using Google Image, so I take a picture of it in my Google app and then some results will pop up. Usually if I see something that says out of stock, it means that it has sold before. In stock means that it has not sold, and sometimes if I just notice that the price is pretty high, I'll go ahead and grab it. And that's just because I sell so many of these products every single month. I kind of have a good feel for what will sell and what won't sell. Even if the eBay sell-through rate is telling me one thing, I do cross-list this stuff on other platforms. And even though I am dragging my feet, I'm still working on a website. It's kind of hard to see it on my screen, but after I take a picture of this in my Google app, it is a current product. It's selling for around $45, so I go ahead and grab that as well. And I honestly don't think I have those two items listed yet. And this sale was probably like 5 or 6 weeks ago. This was at a time where I thought I was just gonna shop all summer long, stock up on inventory, and it didn't matter how much money I had tied up. I was just gonna keep buying. And I decided that makes me too nervous. I don't like having that much money tied up. I do this part-time, even though I know it feels like I do it full-time. I think it's just because my content is centered around reselling, so everybody thinks that I put in full-time hours, but I don't. So when you're part-time, you have to be picky because you don't have all the time in the world to list. So you can end up with a huge death pile. And I got into this business to make money, not to become a hoarder. I grabbed this little bundle of combs because there is a Clinique comb in there with the little mirror that snaps into it. I picked that one up because I see a whole bunch of goodie. I'll have to check my numbers for you guys, but I bet you this year alone I have made over $500 on hairbrushes and combs. When it comes to hair tools, I'm always looking for Helen of Troy, like the blow dry brushes. They almost look like a curling iron, but it's a blow dryer. And then I'm also always looking for the InStylers. Those two are my #1 selling hair tools. And speaking of hair, don't mind mine in front of the camera. That is the one downfall to these glasses. Pureology is a brand that I always look up. I only paid 50 cents a piece for these, and once I actually got them listed, they sold pretty quickly. And then I spot it sitting right back there in that box, and I'm hoping the hairbrush is still inside the box, and it is. I didn't open it, but it is. It's still in there. And now watching this back, don't do what I do. I should have opened that box to check to make sure that hairbrush was still in there. It could have been filled with hair rollers or something. Always check boxes. The brush was brand new in the box. It sold for $100 plus shipping over on Etsy. And you guys, if you aren't selling on Etsy, I just really got started on Etsy within the last month, I would say. And I am killing it over there. And my idea of killing it is I have had around $900 worth of sales in the last 30 days. And just a few months ago, that's $900 that I wouldn't have made. And my items are selling for more than what they would sell on eBay. I made a couple Facebook posts about it. But even the other day, I sold some Ralph Lauren shams for $100 on Etsy. And I had them listed for $75 on eBay. And they had been listed on eBay for quite a while and they hadn't sold. I cross-listed them to Etsy and I want to say they sold within 2 weeks. Now somebody asked me if I thought Etsy was better than eBay and the answer is no, absolutely not. No way. I make 10 times the money on eBay and I get way more views on my items. I get way more sales. Etsy is just a really nice addition to the other platforms that I sell on. Now, Etsy is outperforming, I'd say, Poshmark. Mercari is my second best platform, but I could definitely see Etsy taking that spot. And I just noticed that these uploaded not in the correct order. This is the very first clip. This is when I first walk in. I grabbed this Smashbox primer. My daughter ended up taking that. I did not get to sell that. And this is either Elizabeth Taylor or Elizabeth Arden. I can't remember which Elizabeth it is, but I passed on that. And I move away from this area. I hate when people are rude and like right on top of you. We're at a church sale and I'm just not trying to come out of character at a church sale. So I just scooch over to this corner, start looking at some other things. So when I head back to that table and I pick up the magnet, the perfume, and a couple other things, that's after people have already looked through and missed everything. So there's never anything that is so important to me that I need to be rude or like reach my hand in between people or stand right behind somebody and try to shop from behind them. Now, because this sale is about 45 minutes away from my house, I make an entire thrifting day out of just driving out to this area. So I know I'm gonna find more items, which I do. I end up almost filling the back of my truck, which never happens. So this was a really great day for me. It's been a really long time, but I'm hoping to find some vintage dental floss. I have not found some good dental floss and it's probably been a year now. Last year at this sale, I found some really expensive denture cleaner. I think I sold it for like $50 a box and I found 2 boxes, I believe. I always double check everything. So if I go to an estate sale, I walk through the house more than once. If I go to a garage sale, I'm walking through looking at all the tables more than once. So this is either my first or second time. I think this is my first time going through. I pick up that in Styler. I actually just got that listed and it sold within 2 days of listing. I paid $3 for it and usually I get more for those on Mercari. And then this is the Helen of Troy round brush that I was talking about. That sold really quick as well. And I believe I refunded them some of their shipping. They had ordered more than one item and usually what I do is people will pay for the 2 or 3 items that they purchase and then after I print my shipping label, I'll go in and issue a partial refund and refund them some of their shipping. This is one of the most organized church sales that I go to. Every single tent has a theme. This one is like pictures, frames, home decor, nothing that I'm interested in, and it's starting to get warm. Now some of this stuff, they do know what they have. They price it where it should be, so there's not too much room left for a profit, especially on the doll houses. And then last year they had a Fisher Price Country kitchen, and they sell for quite a bit, and they had it priced almost exactly on with eBay pricing, of course minus like shipping. So some of this stuff you might see it and think, oh, you missed this or you missed that, and honestly with the prices that they had, there wasn't enough room for profit. I'm trying to revisit areas where I have found items in the past. Last year I found some vintage Pac-Man games on this table, and now it's all sunglasses and accessories. The volunteers are amazing at this sale. Those little bins right there, those are like their hold tables, I guess you could call them, but they're the hold bins, and they'll put your name on the bin. They'll take all of your items in your hands from you and take them over to the bins. Even the Tupperware, this is all organized by color. And the vintage stuff, they knew what they had, and everything else, I really didn't see anything. I was hoping to find some like Jello egg molds or some Mr. Coffee iced tea pitchers, but I didn't see anything over here. And again, I was just kind of skimming through.
No, I don't think it'll fit where I was hoping. I'm looking for something that's gotta be a little skinnier. I haven't been out there yet, so I'll keep looking.
Okay, this is like the sporting goods tent and anything to do with like camping or anything outdoors. Now, because this does have a barcode, I am going to open my eBay app and search with the barcode, and the comps do not look good at all, especially with it priced at $7. So I pass on that. I also passed on that bocce ball set. I've sold some of those before, but that set was not complete and it was priced way too high. Okay guys, and we are back inside. So this is a clip from earlier as well, and this is all of the bedding. Now I'm just like doing a quick scan. I'm seeing if I recognize any Ralph Lauren, Pottery Barn, Waverly, or Cross-Hill bedding, and I don't. I pull out every single bin. You can see how organized this is. They have all the sets matched up. If there are just some pillowcases, they will match up the pillowcase sets. These volunteers are on top of it. This is the most organized church sale ever. Excuse me. And then again, guys, prices. You might see a quilt or something that you think I missed, but a lot of these items are priced where they should be. Here, I'll help you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. There you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now, I spot this Barbie from a mile away, and again, they know what they have, so she's a no-go. And I don't remember who she is. I'm pretty sure she is Miss America or something like that. Yes, that's exactly who she is. She is the Walk Lively Miss America, and her stand is worth more than she is. If she does not have her original clothes, it looks like she's selling for around $30. They wanted $50 for her, but her stand sells for between $40 and $50.
I should have brought it. Now there is a holding table if you want to, not carry that.
And then I spot the pink lotus lamp, and I want to say they wanted $100 for it, so definitely passed on that. And then there's a Bolo inside, not this bag. This bag just has some regular cleaning supplies, nothing that's discontinued that I know of. Now that pink bottle of finish is discontinued. It'll sell for around $23, but I don't know if it's full, and I didn't want to open the bag and then see if it was full, and I didn't want to pay $3 for all 3 of those bottles, which maybe I should have, but I put it back.
I was. It's important.
Okay guys, I'm sorry, this is just all over the place. These did not upload in order, but now we are back outside, and this is basically, like, I guess you could call it the kitchen tent. There are a ton of small kitchen appliances, which I claim I was not going to sell this year, and yet I have a shelf full of small kitchen appliances in my basement right now because I am buying them. But I do talk myself out of a blender. This Krups blender, just the bowl, usually sells for around $38 for me. This one was kind of dirty, and I think about putting it in my bag, and I put it back down. I knew myself, I knew I would not clean that. I hate cleaning other people's dirty kitchen appliances. And I was kind of in my reselling funk during this time. I really wasn't sourcing as much as I should have. I wasn't listing as much as I should have. I definitely should have been digging a little bit more than what I was. I was just kind of skimming through the top, and whatever I would see that was on the surface, I would look it up or I would grab it, but I just was not feeling it this day. And it's kind of hard to shop when there's this many people and there are all these bins on the ground that you want to go through, but there's no room for you to pull them out and go through them. That's why sometimes I just prefer my thrift store shopping. It's so much more simpler, a lot less people, you're not out in the elements. I'm a very, I don't want to say lazy, but kind of lazy, nonchalant reseller. And that is exactly why I do this part-time. I thought that was Salad Master, but it definitely was not. Okay guys, and now we're cutting back to being inside. And when I say inside, it's just a big barn. That's what we were inside of. And then the Barbie that I had showed you guys, she was kind of like heading back towards this area. And then their Christmas area is behind the big pole barn that they have. And this is where they keep all of their holiday stuff. And again, everything is organized like Christmas, Easter, Halloween, and I didn't find any holiday stuff. I did Google image a few things, but nothing that was worth picking up. Again, with their Christmas stuff, they have their stuff kind of priced where it should be. And they have this sale a couple weekends throughout the summer. I don't know exactly, but I want to say it's 2 weekends out of the summer. I might have missed the second one. The sale is called Andy's Attic, and it is in Davison, Michigan. So this was my total for everything. That's why, like I said, I bought a couple things that maybe I shouldn't have, but it didn't even matter because I made quite a bit of money off of this sale, and I still have items that I need to list.
Thank you.
And this is just the outside portion of the sale. So she staples this little thing on my bag so that when I leave, they know that I have paid. And I'm gonna go inside really quick. I didn't record inside at all. Their gymnasium is packed with clothing, shoes, accessories, and then they have another area full of furniture. And I totally forgot to record, or my glasses died. I don't remember. Again, it's been a little while since I went to this sale. But I'm going to end this one right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Next week, I am going to try and sell enough to purchase me and my husband's plane tickets to go to eBay Open. It's in Vegas this year. I've already purchased our 2 tickets to eBay Open plus our hotel room, and I'm already $1,500 into this before we've even hopped on a plane. So my plan is to sell a whole bunch next week and see if I can make enough to pay for our plane tickets. But I'll see you guys on Monday's bonus video. I am going to do a deep dive into flatware for you guys.